Today's topic is functional interface. Today we are going to learn about what is a functional interface, what are the existing functional interface already present in Java, built-in functional interfaces introduced in Java 8. An interface that contains only one abstract method is known as functional interface. A functional interface can have any number of default and static methods. There are some existing functional interface already present in Java, like runnable have run method, callable have call method, comparator have compare method, and action listener have action perform method. Let's create our functional interface. Let's add one abstract method. Let's add some default and static methods. Add static method. So you can see a functional interface have only one abstract method and they can have any number of static and default methods. You can see we have default and static methods, and as we can add more static and default methods. In Java 8, they have introduced one annotation, that is functional interface. The purpose of this annotation, okay, if any person wants to add another abstract method, so it will give us the compile time error. Let me demonstrate this. You can see the functional annotation is used to ensure that the functional interface cannot have more than one abstract method. If we have more than one abstract method, we will get the compile time error. If we remove this annotation, you can see there is no error. And if we have more than one abstract method, then it is not a functional interface. Let's add this. So I hope you understand what is the functional interface and how we can create that functional interface. A functional interface can only have one abstract method and have any number of default and static methods. So let's discuss on the built-in interface. Main functional interface, mainly we have four types of built-in functional interface. That is predicate, consumer, function, and supplier. So predicate have only one abstract method, that is test, and T is the type of input type. The predicate functional interface takes only one argument and the return type of this method is Boolean. Let's create a predicate there. Before we can create a string to supply the input. So this method we compare the string of this to our existing string. Let's run. You can see it compare the string with this string. If though both the string is same, then we can have true. If string are not same, then we can have false. We can have false. So let's jump to another consumer. Consumer have only one method name, that is accept, and where t is the input argument. It takes one argument and the return type of this accept method is void. So the accept method will return as void. Let's create a consumer. Let's pass one input. So the output of this is hello consumer. You can see consumer can take one argument as an input, okay, and it will return you nothing, just void. Now let's discuss on function. So function has only one abstract method, that is apply, and it takes only one argument. Okay, so function takes two arguments. One is input type and the second is the output type. But the method of function can take only one input. Let's see, let's create a function. You can see there function take two arguments. First one is the input type and the second one is the output type. Let's run this example so you can see. it will take one input as a string and it will convert that string into uppercase. You can see str is in lowercase and it will convert into uppercase. Let's add. Now we have to going to convert in lowercase. Now in this output, you can see the hello should be in lowercase. Now with the last functional interface is supplier. It takes no argument. It means we don't have to put any argument and the return it will return the results supplied by the supplier. So what is the input we have provided to give that supplier will provide that input to us. So you can see the supplier don't take any input and it will only consumes the input from the supplier. So this input is written by the supplier using get method. We can run this method. Yeah, you can see. Hi. So predicate with return the boolean, okay, based on the input provided by us. Consumer have only one method, that is accept. Okay, and the return type of accept method is void function. Function takes one input as a argument and the second input as a result type. So you can see. Let's revise. So an functional interface contains only one abstract method is known as functional interface, and functional interface can have any number of default and static methods. There are some existing functional interfaces present in Java. Runnable have run method, callaber have call method, comparator have compare method, and action listener have action perform method. There are some built-in functional interface introduced in Java 8. First is predicate. Predicate takes one argument and the return type is boolean. Predicate have only one abstract method, that is test method. Consumer it takes one argument as an input and return type is void. Consumer have one abstract method, that is accept. Function can take two arguments. First one is the input type and the second one is the output type. And the function have one abstract method, that is supply. That is apply. Supplier takes no argument and return the results supplied by the supplier. And it has only one abstract method, that is get. You can get. In my next video, I will explain you about the lambda function and default and static method, how to use that default and static method in our code. If you like my video, please like and subscribe my channel to get more and more videos.